Hi, my name is Savannah, and I'm shooting this video because about a week ago I was struggling with racing thoughts, not being able to pay attention, poor focus, poor motivation. After 4 years of Zen, my life is now hopeful and exciting and invigorated. I highly recommend 40 Years of Zen because staff are amazing. They're going to walk you through every single step. Food is incredible. The area is fantastic. But most importantly, the work that you will do for yourself to be the best you can be is unparalleled. Before 4 years of Zen, my life was really hectic. It was really demanding. There is a lot that I have to do in a week. Working 2 jobs and owning one as a business is not easy by any means. And there's a lot of good, but there was also a lot of just struggle and distraction and sometimes just like feeling hopeless or powerless to, I have no choice but to do this. And it's really, really hard. What made me say yes to 40 Years of Zen was hearing Dave Asprey. I've been a long time listener, reader of his books, all of the groundbreaking work that he's done in neuroscience, and just having this moment with myself of like, I know this will help. I know this will benefit me, even if it's not the leaps and bounds that could happen, even just a little bit, it's worth right now. It's worth my time. It's worth my money. It's worth my energy and dedication. So listening to Dave gave me hopes that I could have a better life right now and not whenever I think I am worth it or have made it. If there were any objections I would have had prior, it's that the main one is that my family really love me. My parents are awesome, and they don't stay in touch with the biohacking world like I do. So a lot of this neuroscience is very new, very sci-fi feeling to them. And I know a lot of people in my life as well that don't have a background knowledge in that science or like staying up to date with it. So this feels really, it can feel really like too good to be true or like hoaxy or even like magical of like, you're going to stick something on your head and it's going to really help you in executive functioning months down the road. So I think for me, my objections were there are a lot of people who don't know the whys behind why this works. And all of those negative voices can get really loud. What made me appreciate the program the most would be that every single staff that is here is willing to walk with you through the process. There was never a time where I asked a question and it wasn't answered well above my expectations. I also really appreciate that there are 2 different types of neurofeedback training when you come here. So one being the CAP, that's really going more into like your executive functioning in your brain. And then the other being the pod work was so much deeper and intense than I thought sitting in a little egg-shaped room by yourself could be. And it was amazing. And it was life-changing. Moving forward, I am most excited about having more bandwidth in life, having more mental energy to share with others that isn't being taken up by all of those negative internal voices or memories or reactions or hesitations I would have had otherwise at first. I get to be free in the present moment. I get to be fully present. I get to pay attention. I get to really absorb what's going around me instead of just trying not to pay attention to the track in the back of my head that's saying XYZ, no one loves you, blah, blah, blah. This isn't true. You don't belong here. Like all those voices can go away and they should. And what shifted the most for me was my relationship to my younger self. I didn't realize how much hurt I was still holding on to and how much I had ignored it and pushed it down and just let it determine many decisions I have made today from a reactive standpoint, from well, this is what happened to me 20 years ago, so this is obviously what's going to happen again. And just bringing that awareness to why we make certain decisions that we make. And it's kind of freeing as well. There's grace to it. There's grace knowing that you're not always responsible for really poor decisions you've made. I would recommend 40 Years of Zen to any and everyone for any and all reasons. If you are the happiest person on earth, you would come here and still become happier. If you are not the happiest person on earth, please come here because you could be, you can be. There's so much benefits for any and everyone. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how young you are. It doesn't matter what gender you claim. This will change your life.